supporting the enlargement process and the regional integration. This year has seen a lot of progress. We have had, indeed, the first intergovernmental conference with Albania and North Macedonia. There is finally new movement momentum in the whole process. It was a historic step to open the accession negotiations, and now the screening has started and the momentum is there. We, as a Commission, recommend granting candidate status to Bosnia and Herzegovina on the understanding that a number of steps are taken. Now we are very much looking forward to a decision to be taken by the Council.
Let's get some analysis on this from Kurt Basuna, co-founder and senior associate of the Democratization Policy Council, joins us live from Washington, D.C. Good to have you with us. So there seems to be new appetite among EU leaders to view the membership bids of the Western Balkan nations more positively. Are you expecting to see a lot of progress on that?
I'm afraid I'm not. I think there's a need for the European Union to be seen to be moving forward in a region where it's been the predominant international actor for more than 20 years. But what I'm not seeing is both the actual appetite on the EU's side to absorb these countries, but also on the side of the governments in the region to actually do the heavy lifting that's being asked of them contractually by the European Union. So you have a sort of mutual fakery going on between the governments in the region and the European Union. And I think that's encapsulated in the proposal to grant Bosnia-Herzegovina candidacy.
You can understand the EU's desire to boost relations and boost ties throughout the region, but are all the Western Balkan countries a natural fit? I mean, for example, Serbia has been accused of having close ties to Moscow.
Well, that was one of the elephants in the room today. I mean, President Vučić said he wasn't coming and then decided to come in the end. And he's been the prime beneficiary of the EU's not really sticking to its standards and demanding these standards be adhered to by the governments that are candidates. I mean, Serbia is one of the two front runners for membership, along with Montenegro. You don't hear that terminology anymore very much. I think that the EU has been reluctant to put Serbia on the spot to make a choice. Does it want to align with the West? In which case, it's going to have to recognize Kosovo, as well as align itself with the EU's foreign policy, which it hasn't done to date. So you have this geopolitical arbitrage that's going on the part of Serbia, but you also have a yawning gap between the rhetoric that was heard at this summit and the actual policies that are being pursued on the part of the EU and the wider West, I would say. And that's deeply problematic, and all the players in the region can see it, including the citizens.
Yeah, you mentioned Kosovo and Serbia there. I mean, this is another issue, that there are tensions between some Balkan countries. Now, we know that the EU is trying to get Kosovo and Serbia to normalize ties. That has been a very difficult process, hasn't it?
It has been a difficult process, but it's been made more difficult by the fact that you have 5 EU member states that don't recognize Kosovo's independence. So it means the EU has to straddle in its own approach. But this is something that could be alleviated, for example, if a single member state like Germany said unequivocally through a Bundestag resolution, for example, that if Serbia ever wants to join, it's going to have to recognize Kosovo within its current borders. And that was the whole intention behind the dialogue that's still limping along. And I understand a new proposal was presented to both Kosovo and Serbia regarding how that dialogue should move forward today toward its conclusion. But being coy has allowed Serbia to play the margins and extract without delivering.
Kurt, great to speak with you. Thank you very much indeed. Kurt Basuna there.